Look at those names. They all look very familiar. Intel Inside, Google, Microsoft. Well, you don't need me to repeat them. For the 13th year in a row, amongst the best brands in the world, Coca-Cola has taken pole position in Interbrand's top global list. Coca-Cola's brand has risen by 8% from last year. It's $77.8 billion. It's the 13th year that it's been #1. Now, Coca-Cola's doing rather well. Apple is interesting. 8 last year, 2 this year. A brand value up 129%, which is the biggest gainer in the market. You might not be terribly surprised on that particular one. Google, of course, also up there. That's even Stevens, but it is ahead of Microsoft for the first time, a gain of some 26%. Google's cap is also briefly overtook Microsoft's earlier today. One that you might not have thought about, as well, you'll know about it obviously with Apple and its litigation over patents. Samsung, from 17 to #9, a rise of 40% in value and a massive big oomph as a result of the sponsorship of the 2012 Olympic and Paralympic Games. So let's keep those there and look at them as we talk to Jez Frampton, the Interbrand's chief exec, who joins me now from the New York Stock Exchange. I suppose the core question, Jez, we talk about it every year, it is just a matter of time before Apple overtakes Coca-Cola. Are you prepared to predict that now?
I wouldn't predict anything into the future. One of the things that Coca-Cola has going for it, of course, is it's been incredibly consistent over, as you say, 13 years with us and hundreds of years in terms of its history. Apple, without question, the name of the moment, shall we say, but there are still big questions about what happens into the future post-Steve Jobs, and now they have a real proper competitor on their tail with Samsung. So I don't think anything can be guaranteed, but they certainly have done outstandingly well this year.
What does it tell us? I mean, it's nice to know the list and it's nice to see where everybody stands, but fundamentally, so Coca-Cola, I mean, I'm not surprised by that, but what does it tell us when we look at this list?
It tells us how valuable brands are within the context of business. If you take somebody like Coca-Cola, that 77 billion isn't far off 77% of the entire company value. It just shows how important that brand is in the context of their business as a whole. But it is what drives the success of their company. Right,
and as I read your comments earlier today, in a world where frankly, Apple or Samsung phones both will do the job reasonably well, Google or whatever, yeah. The distinguishing factor is now the brand. Are we that ephemeral and trivial that it's the brand, not the product, that matters?
You still have to have a fantastic product, and all those examples you just gave, you know, there's Samsung's offer, Apple's offer, any of these guys do fantastic products, but it isn't just that. It's the services around them, and it's the culture, and as you say, it's what they stand for. What does it say about me if I walk into a bar with a Samsung in my hand, and what does it say if I've got an Apple in my hand, and what does it say if I've got a Nokia or a BlackBerry in my hand right now? These things do matter.
There's one thing missing here, you know what it is? You know what's missing on your list?
What's that?
Come on, the brand quest means business. What are we worth?
You know what? We tried it again, Richard. We just couldn't fit enough zeros on the end of the number. It was immeasurably valuable.
Thank you. Jez Frampton, good to see you in New York. That's what is. Here's one other thing. Heading back to our board of brands, you recognise these, of course. How about these instead? These are colours that have been trademarked by companies trying to protect their very brands. On Monday, Cadbury's won a patent dispute to patent this purple. It's called Pantone 2685C, and now only Cadbury's can use that purple. The purple for their drink. The UK judge ruled that you can validly trademark for chocolate products. Pink is for Mattel. Pantone 219C for Barbie pink. It's a registered trademark. How about this one? T-Mobile has Telemagenta RAL. Only they can use it. Now, you and I could use it maybe for some other product, but not for telecoms. And We've got Home Depot with Pantone 165. How about that, finally? Pantone 18, Christian Louboutin has trademarked it. You can't, only that colour can be used by Louboutin for shoes. Try and use it for something else, and you'll be in trouble. The colours that are trademarked. Coming up next, the People versus JP